It. No, it wasn't because the cat videos were playing. It's because my friend was here and I was ignoring him. I'm gonna
How dare you?
thank. Yes, I will take my lumps
Good.
and
Take your
other
lumps of
such
coal and burn them into
for
energy.
warmth.
For warmth. Just energy, like one of those
Sure.
things. I don't know, maybe
It's,
you save them and give them to children on Christmas. You know, there's a lot of things you can do with coal. Who says it
you're
isn't a
suggesting that
renewable
I
resource?
become the Santa Claus.
Yes, I'm suggesting that you ascend to Santa Claus.
I
What is it?
ascend.
If you kill it, you keep it or whatever. So you just gotta go kill him, and then you'll be Santa Claus. Because
I'm unfamiliar with this phraseology, but I am committed to the killing of Santa Claus.
good. I think the phraseology is vaguely comes from the Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh, a series of which I know nothing.
It is primarily about Vin Diesel's D&D character.
Is the name of his D&D character Riddick?
It might be. I think that there's like more there, but I think that is more or less true.
Really, I never knew if it was a game based on a movie or a movie based on a game.
I can't remember, but it somehow involves Vin Diesel's like I don't know. Never mind.
Created in 2000 by brothers Ken and Jim Wheat. Anti-hero Riddick, either portrayed or voiced by Vin Diesel in the 28th century. There's history. I want to search Vin Diesel D&D Riddick. Anyway, I have a hub also. Vin Diesel on D&D and Riddick.blogspot.com. This still being updated? Gordon?
I don't know.
Okay, you just... This implies that this has had... This blog post... This blogspot website called Vin Diesel on D&D and Riddick has had 1, 2... Well, I guess it doesn't have a date, but it only has times things have been posted. That's so weird. Anyway, Tim and I have gotten to the bit of MR4 where we have the Malzeno unlocked, so put any quest up you want, key or otherwise.
Alright, I'll probably just try to get through this. So I need one more before... That's my Tigrex.
Tigrex is always a good post, because it has useful things.
Yes.
I have its lance. What is its armor?
I have its hand.
I have 0% of its armor.
Nice.
And I'm able to create 0% of it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really... The Cool Ranch lays, I was a little disappointed by it personally.
Alright.
Perhaps just because they just took the Cool Ranch dust and threw it on a potato-based chip instead of a corn-based chip, and it tasted more ranchy and therefore less.
I figured that's what it was going to be, but
Yeah, like,
I don't know. That still seems good to me.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if you like ranch more than me, you'll probably enjoy it.
I probably like ranch more than you. What is your general
Yes.
opinion of ranch?
Not fond.
Not fond? Alright. Yeah, I think ranch is fine.
That's a sane opinion to have, unlike most Midwesterners.
Well, most people's opinions on ranch is terrible, unfortunately. You're either like act like it's unedible, completely inedible, or like absurdly obsessed with it. And like, no, the correct opinion is in the middle. And this is one where I don't. There's no accounting for taste here. Like, if you have strong opinions on ranch, then you are wrong, and that's just the way it works.
Yeah, ranch doesn't seem like the kind of thing that deserves to have strong opinions either way.
Look, it's fine. It's good on like veggies. Like people, this is extremely stupid, but do you remember when like Dr. Oz was having his crudité thing?
Oh, of course I remember Dr. Oz's crudité.
And I learned what goes on a veggie tray in like Pennsylvania, and it's either guac or salsa, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
That does feel odd. Like
that's incorrect. Like the correct answer is ranch or some kind of onion dip.
Yeah,
like those are the only acceptable options for a veggie tray.
Guac also have like particular flavor palettes.
And it's like, I can.
And they don't
go on.
It's that flavor palette is not a veggie.
No, I can understand guac, like on some veggies. Like I could see using like a bland veggie, like I don't know, a piece of celery to eat some guac. But no, those are like chips.
Yes,
so
those are. Like,
that was
explicitly chip-based dips.
Yeah, so that was something where I just like, oh, so this is what people like outside of the Midwest used on veggie trays, and that's wrong. This is incorrect.
It is wrong, and that is definitive proof that you cannot call any part of Pennsylvania the Midwest.
Yes, I think that's fair. But no, it's just
insane people do regularly.
Look, there's some western parts of like Pennsylvania that I could see like kind of being associated with the Midwest a little bit,
you
but
mean
definitely
the Rust Belt?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it is just the Rust Belt, but so this is a dead end. But so yeah, like that's kind of my view of ranch, where like it's fine, it's good on some stuff, and like people put it on stuff that I don't understand. But otherwise, it's like it's okay. Yeah, there's just no reason to have a strong opinion on range.
I'm glad that we're both sane people. We've always known that we were the most sane of the four of
Yeah,
us.
of course.
Speaking of which, I live much closer to a comic book store now, and so I went to it the other day.
Yeah?
And I have set up a pull list for the first time in my list, and that's fun. Because Ryan North is going to be writing... have we talked about the Fantastic Four?
Yes, you've mentioned that Ryan North is going to be writing Fantastic Four now.
Yeah, I also picked up the next East of West that I don't own, and I got the first volume of Alan Moore's Swamp Thing.
Nice. No, I've fallen behind on comics. I need to get caught up, and then I should set up a full list of assorted X-Men.
There's so many of those X-Men.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Is X-Man one of the X-Men that you like?
No, not currently. X-Man. Look, there's an X-Man. I think it was more of a '90s thing, though. I don't remember details. But yeah, I should set up a pull list. It's something I've always been meaning to do, but I've just never gotten around to it. And I also don't like shop at the same comic book shop necessarily, so there's always that too.
Sure. Yeah. If you. Yeah. I have enjoyed going to Comic Carnival.
Yeah, that one's the best.
Comic?
Like it. In my experience, that's kind of been my go-to shop as well. But I'll go to the one that's like Downtown Comics North or something. It's off of like 86th Street by like Costco on like east of Allisonville, and that place is fun, but I think I like Comic Carnival a little bit better.
I have not been there or to the actual Downtown Comics.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to maybe I've been to Downtown Comics like once, but definitely not in a while.
It's just like I don't go into downtown unless I have
Yeah.
to, and I don't really have to.
Exactly.
It's because
Like-
there's not too much there, really.
I mean, there's enough down there. It's just
Sure, if I lived down there, there would be plenty down there for me to be like, yeah, I'm happy here. But
yeah, I just don't have any need to do anything down there, and
yeah,
it's annoying enough to get down there that it's like I try to avoid it.
yeah. I mean, like when I lived in Chicago, I like never took the train and went to see downtown because like, why the fuck would I?
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a common sentiment. Like, and I bet people in New York, they don't go to Manhattan.
No. Absolutely not. Like they barely leave their neighborhood. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
the thing with like New York and to a certain extent Chicago, where it's just like your neighborhoods are like your own like mini cities that you just don't ever leave. And like honestly, Broadville's kind of like that for me to a certain extent.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Honestly.
I mostly stick around Broadville unless I like need to go somewhere.
Yeah, and I just looked at
Like Nora.
today really quick, and I was like, oh yeah, there is a CVS like within walking distance to me. I guess there is a convenience store I could go to. So
Yeah. But yeah, so like I go to Broadville, I'll go to like Nora some, but besides them, I don't know. I don't really go to other places.
yeah.
I don't need to.
We are once again the correct people.
Yeah. I guess we do have someone who lives in Cornwall now.
I know. I can't believe he's gonna move to Carmel. What a chump. I mean, he essentially already is in Carmel, but
Well, now he's really in Cornwall. I think he'd argue he was in Nora.
I'll just take the quick 90-minute run to go up the trail to hang out with him.
You get a bike. It's honestly not a bad trip at all on a bike.
No, I should get a bike. There is a bike spot on the Nora that Reagan and I were looking at the website for today, and I was just like, fuck, bikes are expensive.
They are. I think it depends. Like, you can probably get away with it. Like, if you don't plan on riding it too much or whatever, just like, I'll take it up like the Monon every other week or so. You could probably look online. I'm sure people are selling their old bikes. But...
Oh sure. Like the thing is, if I got a bike, I would probably want to get one that would be good for like commuting to Butler in the summer.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, honestly, those would probably be fine. But mine are like, you're gonna probably have to spend around $600 on a bike if you want like a good like kind of lower end one.
Yes, that's what it seemed to be the bottom.
Yeah, but like I've been riding like my bike is about $600 and like I've been riding that thing for years and it's like had no problems. So like you're getting pretty good quality with like by spending that.
Right.
So, but yeah, we should all like ride up to Carmel. It's not a bad ride, honestly.
Oh,
all things
I'm
considered.
sure it's delightful to just do like a little more than half an hour on a bike and hang out on the Monon and then be in Carmel.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on how fast you ride, but you're probably closer to like maybe 40 or 45 minutes all told.
Yeah, that's generally what it seemed to be. Also, it would be better for me than running on my knees.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Aurora Soundicanthe. You're here now. Oh. Okay, both of you are gone. Look at this guy. Thinks he doesn't have to sharpen.
Yep. I don't.
Rubbing into my face.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, it's exciting for everyone to be on. Well, you're on the Monon. Tim's more or less on the Monon now, and I'm pretty easy to get on the Monon.
Yeah, I feel like you two are both just like, yeah, you're close enough. You're basically on it.
Yeah. I only have to ride on the road for a little bit.
Other than that, how is the
It's been fine. I don't know. Can't complain too much. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm at this independent pharmacy up in Lebanon. So it's been more or less what I expected. Just a lot of like checking out customers and filling prescriptions. I've been doing a lot of vaccinations. That's kind of maybe not a ton, but like.
Oh right, we are allowed to sign up for another booster now, aren't we?
Yeah, they just released the new one. It just got approval, the bivalent. So I'm probably gonna get that soon. I don't know when. It's because I'm not sure like when the best time would be, considering we both just had COVID, but probably soon. I'll probably get it at the end of the month or something before I head home.
Get out of the corner. I want to stab your butt.
But yeah, so that's good. But yeah, I've been given a lot of vaccines. That's been fun. And then I've been doing like the main thing I've been doing is like outside of like just basic customer service stuff is they have this system where the like insurance companies will like tag patients essentially as like this person should be on this medication, and then we're responsible for like calling them and trying to convince them to start taking that medication, kind of thing.
Sure.
Or like it's like we want to be sure that this patient is adherent to their medication because this medication is really good at lowering risk of like heart attack, and it's much more cost effective for us to do that instead of paying for a heart attack recovery. So
sure. Also,
it's one of
the
those.
Person probably doesn't want to have to recover from a heart attack.
It is one of those cases where the profit motive and the health of the patient overlap. Is kind of mostly what I'm dealing with, and so I've been calling people and mostly getting answering machines.
Classic.
Yep. That's been fun. But yeah, that's been the extent of it. It's been pretty average. I will say though, one thing I'm not enjoying is the commute is long.
Yeah.
I've been driving, like, without traffic, it's going to be about 35 minutes. So, but I've been having to drive 465 during rush hour, so it's closer to 50 to an hour.
And 465 sucks.
It sucks. It's so bad. What's funny is I take 465 for a while, and then I get on 65, and the difference is so, like, stark. Like, 65 is just like a normal highway, and it's like it's busy in the morning, but like, it is not like bumper to bumper or like. You're barely like going like 10 miles under the speed limit, whatever. Whereas like 465 is just like it's
Something
non-stop.
That just melts people's brains.
Yeah, it's miserable. But yeah, so that's been. I definitely like it's. I've always kind of been of this opinion, but I have firmly settled in my view that I will live no more than like a 15-minute drive away from where I work. Is just kind of what I've decided on would be my preferred.
I have also done the big commute in my life, and yeah, no, it's much better to live near where you work. What a surprise!
Yeah, it's like I knew this, of course. Like I mean, everyone like fundamentally understands this, but it's just one of those things where like you don't really get it until you experience it. And it's like, oh, this is miserable. So that's been fun, and yeah. But it's nothing too crazy there on that.
Well, hello.
Yeah. And then yeah. So how's the new apartment working out?
Oh, I'm enjoying it thus far.
Good.
Yeah.
It seems like a nice place.
It is.
There's a lot I liked about it.
Has a good location, it has a good size. The only, like, the literal only thing is the outlet situation is a little weird.
Oh. Yeah, it's a bit.
But, like, whatever, I'll get over it.
Yeah. No, it's like that's a small, like it's definitely like annoying, but like it's one of those things where like if that's your biggest complaint, then you can't be too disappointed.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That was a bit of a waste. Oh well.
Yeah, I didn't know how close we were to cutting the tail, but I've been trying to get slicing ammo in, and
well, still appreciated.
Yeah.
Start stabbing this guy's hands. Or I can
Feels
just
weird
take
to
a lot of damage.
feels weird to cut a tail. Not something I'm used to.
No, it's feeling foreign to you.
Yeah. But yeah. And I hope to end up living in Broad Ripple at some point, so I think you gotta it seems like a nice location.
Yeah, I guess I understand why people are always like Broad Ripple, but like I feel like that's mostly just because of like the bars in it, which I don't care about.
I mean, it is a very firmly like college bar area, and like definitely that like little stretch is very like it's got like it's a very college bar kind of place, definitely. But there's a lot I like about Broad Ripple outside of that, and like the area is really good. Like down like college is really great, and like the Monon runs right through the heart of it, and I love that part of it.
Yeah, the Sunbreak is very nice in college.
Yes. So there's like a lot of it that I still really like, even if the main stretch of Broad Ripple, like it's a little bit like college bar-y, but even you get like
good stuff in it, like
yeah, and like you even get like 5 minutes out of that area into like the kind of the back area, and it's like that place is great. There's a ton of great food and like
oh yeah, the northern side there.
Yeah.
Yeah, La Piedad, like, and Bricks.
I love Bricks. I love La Piedad. I really like the Broad Ripple Brew Pub. There's a great coffee shop right there, and then it leads right up to the canal.
Yes.
And it's a really great area right around there. So, I just really like that area, personally. And I would like to end up kind of living in that. I would like to live off the Monon, really, at some point.
Yeah, I think that is a worthwhile goal.
Yeah, my plan is to live here for another year, and then next year, once I've like gotten a job and have some like spare cash, I'm hoping to like move somewhere in that area.
Then we just gotta rope Tim and Haley to moving immediately.
Yeah. I just don't know like what their long-term plan is. Because do you think Tim is like? I imagine they probably want to stay in Indy, but I'm always like kind of worried that they're gonna have to move to like Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But it seems stable enough for him now. Hopefully, hey Tim, in 2 months, when you listen to this, let me know.
Yeah, that's definitely the
wall break for you.
Definitely the best way to communicate with our friend, who we'll see probably in the next couple days.
Yeah, I don't think we should mention this to him in person.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously, like, it's not a pressing matter, and it's not like we can control where he's going to end up living. Like, if he moves to LA, well, sure, like, I guess we could kidnap Hans Zimmer and force him at gunpoint to hire Tim.
Exactly what I was just, that's the scenario in my mind. Exactly.
Yeah. I look, obviously it's like a bit of a long shot, but I think it'll work out. And I'm glad that we came up with it together. It's both what we were thinking.
Mutually, yes.
Yes. But yes, I don't know. Obviously Haley's from around here, and I think Tim likes Indianapolis quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like, the sense I get is that he likes it probably as much as I do, and I think more than you. So.
Yeah, I like Indy, but I am also not necessarily married to it. Like, if I end up moving, I mean, like, it's the same thing as when I moved away from Chicago. Like,
yeah, I
had to think about it, but ultimately I was just like, I mean, I have an opportunity here. I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Granted, with the fact that most of my friends from high school are gradually moving further and further away from Chicago, it makes me less likely to end up back there if that's where an opportunity is.
Yeah, that seems to be kind of the problem. And, like, I get the sense that's also kind of what's, like, pushing Tim to, like, stay in Indy is that he doesn't really have many people in, like, Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So both his claws back to back.
Nice. Whereas, like, Haley's got a lot of people tying her to Indy.
Oh, sure.
Eh,
And like ultimately, all of us do. That's why we're here
Yeah.
right now.
yes. Yeah, so that's, I don't know. That's how, anyway,
I agree.
but, yes. But yeah, so, I don't know. Bountiful seems like a great area to live in. Well, and it's just like, honestly, it's just more like being, for me, like I said, on the Monon. Just, that seems like it would be really nice. It's just one of those things where it's like one of the few, like, bikeable areas of Indy,
Agreed.
which is just something that the city is desperately lacking.
Even like the area I'm in, which is like largely, it seems like one of the most like it has the biggest like, or one of the most consistent tree canopies around. Like, you just like go 2 blocks and suddenly it's like, oh, there's no sidewalk here. Why isn't there a sidewalk here?
Yeah, the sidewalks are really random. Anyway, I was able to get a mantle on that and 2 large wyvern gems.
Damn, you're swimming in it.
I am swimming in it. But, like, I also just didn't get a lot of actual Tigrex parts, is the trade-off there.
Yeah, I did get a decent amount of Tigrex parts, but I didn't get a mantle. Someone wants to talk to me, though. Thanks. A single buddy ticket. I think there's a request to capture a G-Rank Tigrex. Yeah, look at that.
Alright. I'm getting some quest, I think. Yeah. But yeah, so... How's your Labor Day weekend?
Oh my gosh, I, like... After 3 days off, I'm just like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
On this 4th day. So I read, over the past 2 days, the 2nd volume of Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. So that's like over 500 pages of manga in 2 sittings.
Nice.
It's rather good.
Yes.
If Tim ever says like, hey, you should read this, I would agree. It's worth reading. And if it takes you over a year to get to it, that's fine.
Alright.
Because I think Tim and I did a manga exchange like when I moved here last October. I just finished that, and mine is still sitting on his coffee table.
Nice.
Or his bedside table. What a punk.
Yeah, well, Tim doesn't read, so...
It's
really,
true.
it's just the natural order.
Yes, no, I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah, I'll read it at some point.
You know what I say to that? Reading is... I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this word. Power?
Yes, that's how it is.
Oh, okay.
Power, yeah, it's,
I've only ever read it, is the thing.
Yeah, it's like what happens when you plug something into an electrical socket. It becomes powered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it powers up.
Powers up, yeah. So that's in reading. That's what it does to your brain. It powers your brain.
It powers my brain. Okay.
I think we got it. I think we nailed it.
You. I was worried I was gonna sound like a fool. Fool.
Yep. Nope. Don't worry. You don't sound like a fool at all.
Who, me?
Not at all. Not a
when
fool.
Have I ever
Not at
like
all.
A fool?
Never. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, good.
Want to do this?
Yeah, I'll do it.
This is the Malzino. Should we?
Oh, the Malzino. No, I feel like we should do that with Tim since he waited.
Tim. Oh, you guys haven't done it yet?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait. Let's see. Do you want to like? Why don't you post something? Just because we're all caught up. Well,
okay,
let me cancel this quest.
I will do like literally anything in this rank because like pretty much every monster I'm like, yeah, I want that armor. And a weapon or two.
How do you cancel the quest? Abandon current quest. Yes, there we go. right, so yeah, just put whatever you want. I'm good for 1, maybe 2 more, and then... Yeah. Sorry I missed the... Yeah, let's do it. Sorry I missed the thing earlier. I thought I was going to make it home, but I ended up getting caught up at home.
It's fine. Duncan was here for about an hour, as is usual.
Yeah.
Did not respond after saying, yeah, let me know if you guys do something later. I might be able to do it.
Yeah, I went home for the weekend, and
reasonable.
I was hoping to leave a little bit earlier, but then I got caught up in stuff, and then my parents had me help, like, move furniture around for an hour.
Classic.
You know, one of those kind of events. Yeah, this weekend involved more chores than I was expecting, but, you know, splitting wood is good for, something.
That's just how it be when you go back home for a weekend.
Yep.
You're like, oh, there were tasks that didn't get accomplished because I wasn't here. Interesting.
Yes.
Realize I was the arbiter of tasks.
Yep, one of those. I'm now the arbiter of tasks. The task arbiter, if you will.
You know what? You know what, fellow? I think I shall.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty catchy name.
Yeah.
A task arbiter.
Now, what's a taskar?
I don't know. A taskar is...
I know what a biter is, of course.
Yeah. Taskar... Well, I think it's more like a statement, like, R is like the word R, A-R-E.
Oh.
So it's sort of saying that you are a task biter. Task arbiter.
Like it's just like a fancy European way of saying it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll go with European. That makes sense.
May as well be, right?
Yeah, may as well. Europeans are fancy.
You know what? I've always thought of them primarily as fancy.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
I'm a good old American boy.
This is kind of a total departure from this conversation, which I think is appropriate.
No, that's fair, yeah.
But the way we keep phrasing this reminds me of that comic, the Little Mermaid comic, where it's just like, humans have 8 legs, right? Yeah, 8. That sounds right.
7 vaginas.
Yes. I don't know, she's got 7 legs.
Neil Cicierega cannot be defeated.
No, he's good. He's definitely one of the better early internet people. And by early internet, I mean like late 90s, which the internet was already like 20 years old at that point or whatever, but...
Sure. Early social internet.
Yeah, back when it was like open to the public and not just a Navy thing, and not just on like college campuses. Because that's where it like got started, right? Was that like if you had like a college email, you were able to get like a Usenet.
Oh, maybe.
I thought that like the early internet was like right when it was first becoming like public, quote unquote. It was first of all like on like colleges, and then kind of made its way into homes later. I don't really know.
There's a chance you're confusing that part of it with Facebook?
No, Facebook I think was also like that, but no, it was also, I think it was like a lot of like the early internet capabilities were tied to like colleges. I don't know. Never, like, you know, I could be wrong. But yeah, Facebook was like that, I think, where the idea was that it was supposed to be a college thing, and then it became...
And then the vaulted day of 2008 came, and 13-year-old me was granted access.
Yes. And now it's mainly responsible for destroying our democracy.
Ah. How far we've come. These hallowed days of yore.
It's really impressive that they were able to pull it off, honestly.
Yeah, you gotta hand the Zuck so much, right? Like,
you gotta give him something.
Yeah, good show.
Like,
you destroyed our culture irreparably.
Yes.
Not many people can say that.
Man, is Mark Zuckerberg the saddest tech billionaire?
Jack Dorsey is pretty sad.
She's up there. It's him. It's those two. Because like I hate Jeff Bezos, but like Jeff Bezos doesn't exude the really sad energy that those two do. You know?
I mean, the thing that you have to remember is Elon Musk, I mean, granted, inheritance money, but also, like, he's around because of PayPal.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, is he ultimately is he the ultimate tech bro in every way?
Might be.
He might be.
I don't know. Honestly, like, trying to decide, like, the saddest tech billionaire is sort of like a... Like, it's... Yeah, it just feels like kind of... Like, you're just trying to decide, like, the biggest mountain. It's just like, yeah, they're all huge.
Well, no, because... In fact, they're very measurable. It's Mount Everest.
Well, alright. Look, I couldn't come up with a good, analogy there, but you know what I mean.
I do, but... yes. Bad choice.
Yes.
In fact, we've pretty extensively measured them, I would say. And know the
No.
rate of their growths, even.
No, I think we should go back to the time when, like, exact measurements weren't really there, so we just kind of had to, like, guess.
I feel like a good comparison might have been the measuring the length of coast. Are you aware of this little chestnut?
No, I'm not.
The more accurately you try to measure a coastline, the longer it gets, inevitably.
Yeah, I have heard this. That, like, it's kind of just impossible because of, like, the fractals or whatever.
Yes. Just because of how... it's like, it's not precise. It's ever-shifting, it's ever-bending.
Yeah.
Just like the sadness of tech bros.
Yeah.
The ever-shifting sadness of tech bros? Tech bros.
Yeah, like, just the more you dig into it, like, you just reach new wells of sadness.
Yes, it's like, Jack Dorsey went where? For how long?
I don't know, did you ever hear about his, like, goat diet? Or maybe it wasn't him, but one of them had, like, a goat diet where, like, they would only eat, like, meat that they killed.
That sounds like Dorsey.
It might have been Zuck. It was either Zuck or Dorsey, and then the other one found it extremely strange.
The difference between Zuck and Dorsey, I guess a key difference between Zuck and Dorsey is Dorsey does have it within him to kill.
Yeah, but the idea is, like, they would only eat animals...
Zuckerberg can only order a hit.
Yeah, but they would only eat animals, like, meat they killed. So, like, for dinner, they, like, brought out a goat that the guy, like, slit, like, the goat's neck, and then, like, they took the carcass away to cook it. And he was just like, I'm just gonna eat some, like, some salad, I think. I'm good.
I love how when you compare them against each other, they're so fucked up in different ways that the other one seems normal, inevitably.
Yeah, like, even they think, like, oh, this guy's really fucking strange.
Money did something to this guy. Not me, though.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
But yeah, they're all... Are there any normal tech billionaires? I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know. Do we know anything about, like, the CEO of AMD? She seems like just a person.
Yeah, I guess.
It's probably just because she isn't public.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I think a lot of this kind of changes when, like, these people, like, choose to, like, put themselves out there. And then, like, the correct thing to do if you have, like, $10 billion is to, like, use that money to scrub yourself from public life.
Right, like... All things considered, Bill Gates is normal, but he is clearly a narcissist.
Yeah, like, Bill Gates has a lot of problems. His, like, the thing that's kind of redeeming about him is that, like, well, at least his money's going to something good, I guess, even if it is, like, an extremely bad way of doing it.
Well, you could say the same about Bezos if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because half of his money is going somewhere good as fast as possible.
Yes. That is true, yes. I also do love that, like, if you, like, check that, his, like, ex-wife's net worth, it's, like, it keeps going up, even though she gives away like millions of dollars a day, because like that's just how those kind of fortunes work.
Yeah,
You
even
can't.
though she has a foundation that exists to determine the most efficient and fastest way to get rid of it.
Yes, doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Turns out
Yep.
we have to kill them all.
Yep. What is it? Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Well, conversation has inevitably gone here with us.
Yeah.
Without those centrists, Tim and Duncan, to rein us in. Tim isn't a
Well,
centrist.
No, definitely not Tim. Duncan, yes, but
Yeah. We're still working on him, at least.
yeah.
Not as fast as his military Jersey Shore douche roommate.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he getting more conservative?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, I'm just being shitty. Just
Yeah.
being a bad friend and shitty person.
Yes. Duncan could do to be more left, but I respect that he is so much less online than us.
Oh, absolutely. That is why he is, all things considered, the most normal of us.
Yes.
I didn't say the word us properly there, which is a failing.
Yes.
A
But
weakness.
I do envy his lack of online.
But now I don't remember with this guy if you break his face in his non-rage form, if his feelers still count as broken.
I have no idea.
I also. That's the thing I knew in like 2015.
Like, man, I just play the game. I don't know things about it.
In the Monster Hunter world, I am the centrist between you and Tim.
Yes. Although, fairly, I am correct in this, in that you really shouldn't. Don't think. Just play the game.
Done? Be done? Well, I lost the bug that I once had.
Well, all right. No, not a big deal.
No.
Sorry.
It's fine. Oh, especially since I broke its tail now. That... Good. Ideal.
Oh, nice.
Now, there is a lot of stuff happening.
Well, that's Monster Hunter for you.
I do like that you've trapped it against this wall, though.
No escape.
No escape. Oh god, it escaped.
Oh no.
We're doomed.
No. It was fun knowing you.
Was it?
I would say so.
Oh, well, that's a kindness you've done on me.
Definitely fun. You know.
I'm a
Extremely
calm sort of
rewarding.
way.
Yeah. Look, there's a lot of adjectives to describe being friends with you, and you know they coexist in interesting ways.
That's fair. I'd say that is the true of most people.
Yes, I
That
mean
is
obviously
the true of most people.
it is the true of most people.
Yeah.
The true of most people. My favorite upcoming Avatar sequel.
Avatar Blue people?
Yeah, that one.
Of course. Unfortunately, there are about 18 Avatar the TV show sequels coming.
Are there?
Yeah, someone decided to give them money, which I'm fine with, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like we're pretty fine with what we had.
Yeah, I don't need more Avatar, but
I don't know. I'm very content. Things are allowed to end.
there are things I liked about Korra and things I didn't, and yeah.
Oh, it's all of them. This is unnecessary. Yes, this is certainly unnecessary.
Yes. Don't worry, I've been hitting both of them all the time.
That is true, and I did get 2 materials that I will need for the Seregios armor, which is nice.
Yes.
And we broke apart somewhere.
Yeah, I don't really know what's happening, but
Oh, we've broken several.
clearly stuff is happening.
I think we broke its back.
Good.
Maybe one of its front claws. Oh, okay, and now everyone's gone. Well, wasn't that an adventure?
Yes. It sure was. Pyrantula.
We're definitely at the point of G-Rank and Monster Hunter where I'm just carving Pyrantulas because I'm like, there's probably something in this that I will need at one point that I've never once gotten.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, you don't carve any of the small monsters, and then you're like, oh, wait, I need, like, 15 parts of these stupid things. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I did, like, basically the first thing that I did on my own in this was the quest where it's like, slay 18,000 Vespoid.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'll go out and just stand around while my cat kills it so that I can... just throw those pieces into something.
Mm-hmm.
You guys still one of the coolest monsters. I don't know what it is about Monster Hunter, but like they do manage to make the edgier monsters the cooler fights.
Yeah. Alright, stop hitting it.
Yeah, let's blow up its face.
Yes. I randomly picked up a sleep toad earlier, and I decided to think ahead, even though I should have mentioned that I...
Go for it.
I think we broke it. Yeah, we did.
Oh, nice. Okay, so those are 2 different breaks.
Alright, well, now we know.
And one day we'll ask again.
Yes, of course we're not going to remember.
In this
Why would we
moment,
do that?
did remember, those are 2 different breaks.
Yeah. Oh, also, I should mention, I'll go and put it in the text too, but I'm up for doing that trivia event thing.
Oh, okay. We're hoping, I think, I could double check with her, but I believe we're hoping if we can get 4 total people, then we'll do it. But other than that, we think it'll just be too pricey for 2 or 3 people.
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
Even
I'd like as many people there as possible.
Sure, like, it is going to her work, which I do believe is a good cause, regardless, but I do have bills to pay.
Yeah. It depends. Like, it also depends. How much does it cost?
I will double check and let you know after this.
Alright. Because I am available on the day, but obviously if it's going to be like $100 or something, then I'm not going to...
It's something like 130 or 120 total.
Okay. Yeah, if we can get 6 people, then that's easy.
Correct, yeah.
And then they're doing it at the Culinary Institute of Ivy Tech.
Yeah, they have like a partnership with Ivy Tech where they use a classroom at Ivy Tech to host like classes for people to learn about like, about how to get their fucking shit absolutely rocked by a Gormagala.
Yep.
It's a weird class for housing nonprofit to host, but
Well, it's important to know regardless. Look, sometimes you just gotta take... Use your chances you get to teach these things.
No, but they have classes about like credits, building credit history, blah blah blah. Do like smart things to do when you are looking to make a down payment on a home.
Yeah.
Like advantages of renting versus advantages, and so they host classes at Ivy Tech for that once a month.
All right.
You're not blue yet, huh? I do feel
Yes,
like we've rocked your shit.
Yeah. I'm surprised that we have not. I need to go refill my stuff, so.
Oh, your hammer.
Yeah.
Well, it's over. It has the high ground.
Yep, that's definitely how the high ground works.
I've seen the Star Wars, the prequels. I was a child when the prequel movies came out, and now it's the only way I know how to communicate with the world. Haha.
Yeah, that sounds like most people who watched the prequels as children.
Remember what you were saying about Duncan not being online?
Yeah.
He doesn't have the, shall I say, deteriorating relationship with the Star Wars prequels as I do.
Yeah.
Because of people who refuse to just shut up.
Well, just a deteriorating relationship with Star Wars in general, really.
I don't know. I do feel like this is the most Star Wars I have ever. I don't know. Overall, I still like Star Wars. That's
good.
Yeah, and that's enough for me personally, and that's what matters.
I still mostly like Star Wars. I just have no desire to engage with any of the television shows.
That's absolutely fair and valid.
They made like The Mandalorian. It's like, that's cool. That's different. And then they're like, well, what if every other show we made was just a spin-off of The Mandalorian? And it's just like, well, all
yeah,
right.
and that's the problem with it. But I do like I rewatched Rogue One a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, this might be. I think I said it in the group chat. I'm like, this might be the second best Star Wars.
Yeah.
But the Andor, is that the name of the show that they're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because I would like more. And after Clone Wars, I'm gonna watch Rebels because I'm interested in the transition I'm seeing if they could tell a compelling story around that, because there's a lot you can do with it.
Yes.
Also, I don't know, something I will not get, but I wish one day I will, if they insist on doing Skywalker Saga for Eternity, is the character in Last Jedi who's the arms dealer who's just like, hey, everyone's buying from the same place, right? I don't care. Like,
yep.
Because there's something. I was realizing this as I was watching Clone Wars and as you watch the prequels, that, like, even though the Empire is the Republic, a lot of Republic ship designs in the prequels mimic that of the Rebels. And I'm like, visually, this is confusing storytelling because it tells, in many ways, the opposite of what you intend. But at the same time, like, hey, everyone's buying from the same place, right?
Well, I think part of the point is that most of the most of the rebels were part of the Republic. So the idea is that, like, there's
but
ships
most
here.
Most of the rebels were part of the Separatists.
No, that's not true. Like, some of them were, and some of them were part of.
Most of the rebels were part of the separate. Like, that's where the movement started.
I think that there's a lot of ways the movement started, and a lot of them are from, like, Republic holdouts.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is true, and it's, like, literally true in like Bail Organa and
yeah, like Alderaan is like the hub of, like, most of, like, the highest hub of, like, rebellion activity, and they were always, like, a staunch Republic planet, are firmly opposed to
Saw Gerrera. But Saw Gerrera was part of, like, a neutral system.
But he was a Republic partisan.
Sure,
he was fighting.
He interfaced with Anakin directly and Asuka and all of that. I think personally, I find it more compelling for the Separatists to be the true seed of it. Like, that's why I really like the idea of the original ending being Padme with a fucking Separatist knife going to try and stop Anakin. Like,
sure, that's more compelling, but I honestly think that it would be bad if it was mainly Separatist, because the whole idea of Separatists was that they were like capitalism run amok. They were like, what if the Republic, but, like, not even a pretense of, like, helping the average person? So I think the idea that like I just don't very well if the Republic or the rebels primarily come out of them.
Fair enough. I just, more so, I guess, wish that these ideas were discussed.
Oh yes, that is the bigger issue.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just think there's like a bit of dissonance where it's just like this anti-imperial rebellion primarily flows from the banking collective.
Sure. Yeah.
like...
Yeah. I mean, the Confederacy of Independent Systems. I mean, and I just feel like the separatists aren't given enough like due attention,
Yes, I mean that is correct. And one of the things about Clone Wars that I liked from what I saw of it was that like they did attempt to be like, actually the separatists are like, there's some like true believers in there, and like it's a lot more complex than just like what I just was talking about, where it's just like all like the capitalists are trying to fight the idea that they can't like force like monopolies.
Yes. Like overall, I mean, it's a children's show, so that's where a lot of my faults ultimately lie. So
Yeah.
That's not really fair to critique, but
It just
that's the failing of the Clone Wars is just the inherent nature of the Clone Wars. Like overall, it's fine, but they can't have their teeth as much as I wish they could.
Yeah. Do you want to do one more?
Sure, why not?
I'm up to one more, and then I need to.
And because they can't have their teeth, it's hard for me to tell, okay, are the people in the writer's room, like, do they have the same understanding of this as I do, or are they just, like, accidentally making connections, or accidentally showing things that I make connections that are unintended? Which is the nature of art. You're allowed to do that either way.
Yep. I'm going to step away for, like, 10 seconds, go and post a quest, and I don't really care what we do.
Okay.
So.